Hi friends, how are you? That's actually the topic of this little video. Why is it so difficult to answer the question of how are you or how are you doing? You're out maybe for the first time that week, or that, you're not sure if you can even make it out, but you go out and you're at church or you're somewhere in town, maybe at the grocery store, and someone who knows that you've been ill, you're sick, ask how are you doing. And it's such a nice question to be asked, because it means somebody cares, someone's concerned, and they're taking the time out, and they're interested in how you're doing. So why is it so difficult to answer that question? As someone with chronic Lyme disease, I think it's mostly an issue of not wanting to be a complainer, not knowing whether or not the person that is asking really wants to know, or if it's just a polite question. We tend to ask that question. Go through the drive-through at Starbucks and they ask, how are you doing today? And sometimes I'll say, terrible. How are you? Just to see if they're listening. And a lot of times they're not. And that's okay. Their job is to be polite. But when one of your friends is asking you, how are you doing? It's hard. It's hard to answer, because, those of us with chronic illness want to give you a good report. We want to say, yes, I'm doing great. Wonderful, or I'm doing better, I'm feeling much better today. But that's not usually the case, and I think it's such a complicated answer. Yeah, my joint pain is better today, but I didn't get any sleep, I was up all night. I'm feeling better, my stomach's feeling better, but I've got really bad brain fog today, or I started a new protocol and my stomach's all upset. For me, this last couple months, it's been one thing after another. Sinus infections and ear infections and stomach problems, and now a huge kidney stone, and I had to see the cardiologist for POTS and just different things. By the way, that's POTS syndrome, not the other thing. But anyways, we have all this stuff going on, and it seems like it's one thing after another. So when you ask me how am I doing, it's just, I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing today. Some things are better, some things are worse. I'm probably never going to give you an answer that's, oh, I'm great, everything's fine. I'm tempted to just say I'm fine, because I don't want to sound like a whiner, and I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, and I don't want you to pity me necessarily. I don't want to make it an uncomfortable situation. And I think sometimes we're worried, like, what if these people just really don't want to know the truth? They're just being polite. So I guess my question to you is, do you really want to know the truth? And if you do, then please keep asking, because it is a wonderful question to be asked. It means that you care. I hope that it means that you care. And most of the time I think it does. So don't stop asking. But just understand that it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult to answer it, and we may downplay how we're feeling in terms of how bad things are. We may downplay that, make it seem not as bad as it is, because we don't want to discourage you or make you feel bad, or I don't know. There's a lot of different reasons. But know that we want to give you good reports. Those of us with chronic Lyme disease, see, I can't even talk straight. I used to be able to talk straight. Those of us with chronic Lyme disease, just we need understanding. And I know personally, I could probably pull off saying I'm fine and act like I'm fine most of the time. But honestly, I want to be real. And my life looks like this now, right now. That doesn't mean it always will. And I'm hopeful that treatment protocols are going to work, and that I'll be feeling better. Hopefully get rid of this kidney stone would be nice. And yeah, so how are you doing? I really care. When I ask that question, I want to know how you're doing. And when you ask me that question, I'm grateful that you care. I appreciate it. It means a lot when people tell me they're praying for me, when they're offering support, when they send a text message to check up on me, when they offer to bring a meal, that kind of thing. It's just so awesome, and it really makes me feel cared about and important to you and valuable and not alone. And so that's a really good thing. So don't stop, please. I appreciate it. And just know that I'm going to try and give you an honest answer, and then try not to just completely bum you out also. but okay, I hope you have a good day and that you're blessed, and I'll talk to you soon.